But no, dude, I'm gonna ride a Nidoking in a battle, and it's for that move availability, dude. Like our coverage is off the chain.
Okay, it is 4 feet 7 inches tall.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank you for that improvement. Thank you very much. I guess 4'7" is fine. You know, like
it comes up to like your armpit.
I think that's still taller than Simone Biles.
Probably. I mean, Simone Biles is probably like 4'2" or something. I don't actually know.
She's tiny. She's very tiny. I feel like I have to fact check that. 4'8". Simone Biles is 4'8". I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
You're tuned into the GOCast podcast, your one-stop shop for updates, news, tips, and community in the world of Pokemon Go. Thank you for listening.
We used to be better together. Now let's triumph together instead.
Quit horsing around and giddy up during September's Community Day.
Yeehaw, and more on this episode of GOCast. Hello and welcome to the GOCast podcast, episode 296. That's a big number. It's August 20th, a Tuesday afternoon. I'm your host, Chris, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Kyle.
Hiya.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's good. That's Kyle for good, I think. I haven't broken out my my Kylepedia in a hot minute, but I seem to remember that was higher on the scale than one might think. Great. And anything interesting happened to you this past week? Have you played any Pokemon Go since the last time we recorded? I think that's a much more interesting question to ask you.
We'll get to the goals in a second, and the one goal that I've completed will surprise everybody. So no, I didn't really. I was very sick on Saturday. So,
oh no! Yeah. Oh yeah, I was wondering why I didn't hear anything from you on Sunday. Yeah. Well, I mean, you were working, but
yeah, I was working, and I was like, I'm really not feeling good on Sunday, but I wasn't good on Saturday. So like, timing didn't pan out for Go in the last. Granted, it's only been like 3.5 days since we recorded, so. Yeah.
When did we record? I thought it was Thursday, right?
Thursday, right? So it's been 4 days then, I guess.
Yeah, about 4 days. Yeah, which would explain why we don't have any emails this episode, I suppose, which means we'll probably have an abundance next time. But hey, Pokemon fans, we're here to talk about Go, regardless of if we've played very much or not. But I'm sorry to hear, Mr. Kyle, that you were not doing well on Saturday. Always the worst to be ill on your day off.
Yeah,
you know? It's just the worst. Oh my gosh. It's like being sick on the weekends and when you were like still in school. You're like, why? Why couldn't this have been on a Wednesday?
Monday morning, you're like all better.
Yeah. And you're like, I still feel like maybe I'm not so great. I missed raid yesterday. I got to make up for it. All righty. So let's review our goals from this past week. Or at least since we recorded last. And in that period of time, it was the World Championship Series. We hope that you enjoyed the 4-part bonus episode series from our very own DeFi E250, who was there enjoying the World's Championship as an attendee, more or less a media attendee, and got some really great interviews with competitors and a handful of her fellow casters, and just really fun stuff like that. So I'd encourage you go take a listen. It was very fun to put them together. From all of these audio files were coming in. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. An abundance of content. And DeFi is like, okay, are you good with that? I'm like, yeah, this is wonderful. We're eating good tonight, and so are our podcast listeners. So please go listen to them. We hope you enjoy. But we did set some goals for ourselves this past weekend. It was not only Worlds, it was also Beldum Community Day Classic. So Kyle, let's just knock yours out then. You said you did one, and it's the one it'll surprise us. Yeah. Great. Buddy Progress was your first goal.
No, I did not do that. I'm ashamed.
300,000 Stardust was your second goal?
I did not do that.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
I got like 130 because, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. And by order of elimination or process of elimination, one shiny Beldum.
I did. I got one shiny Beldum.
Is it from your plus?
No, I left work early and went home on Sunday. And before I went home, I just clicked every single Beldum on the way home.
Nice.
And found one, and I found it. And I'm like, I'm going home and gonna not talk to anybody for the rest of the day because I don't feel good.
Yeah. Hey, that's a win. One shiny Beldum on a Community Classic. That's a win. 100%. Because you weren't like gonna hatch eggs, right? So
no,
you're fine. You're fine. Okay. Well, hey, 1 out of 3, and considering the fact that you were fighting illness, I feel like that's heroic. So for myself, I wanted to catch 30 shiny Beldum. I caught 28 shiny Beldum.
Ooh.
But I did catch 30 shinies though. 2 of them just weren't Beldum. I hatched a Smoochum, and then I caught a Ponyta, which is funny now to think about.
That's very funny.
Yeah, we'll talk about that and why in just a second here. But yeah, no, I did not quite get that one. 100 eggs, I also didn't get. I went to 72. And then I opened up my game yesterday to get my Adventure Sync reward picture for our fitness challenge in the patron Discord. And 9 eggs hatched right after that thing popped up. So I was short 9 again off of that number even, which is a bummer. But yeah, I didn't quite hit the 100 egg mark. 23.5 million Stardust on hand I did do. And the world's research I also did. I also watched the stream each day I could and got the code for all the in-game redemption stuff. And I did all of it. I've played more GBL this weekend than I've played in like the past calendar year. That is to say like 15 matches, maybe.
Wow, 15 whole matches. That's pretty good.
That's right. Well, hey. I was inspired, so my goals for this week will reflect that inspiration. Oh, geez, he's spoiling it for himself, folks. Can you believe it? Okay, well, that's 2 out of 4 for me. Great. we both didn't do so hot. I don't have as good of an excuse as you do.
I mean,
I just didn't meet my expectations.
You set lofty goals. Let's be real here. 100 eggs is a very unreasonable goal, even with a quarter hatch distance. Maybe. I also played a lot of Monster Hunter now during Community Classic. Yeah, I did some Toestras and stuff. Nice. It was fun. It was good. Anyway, before we hop into the actual show here proper, real quick heads up again, the GOCast Meetup 2024 is at Mall of America this year on October 26th and 27th. I can proudly say that the web page for it is up on our website, gocastpodcast.com. And if you plan on attending, which is free to attend, you just have to like get yourself there and feed yourself and all that good stuff. You should RSVP for it. And there is an RSVP link on that webpage. We're doing like a dinner on Friday and then 2 events Saturday and Sunday. And you can RSVP to all of them or one of them or none of them and just show up as a general, like, hey, I'm here to say hi and that's it sort of thing. Please feel free to do any of that. Just if you can, please RSVP so that I can make some educated guesses when I'm trying to like get tables for meals or head counts for, I don't know, the axe throwing place on Saturday and things like that. Just let me know via the RSVP if you're coming or not. We'd love to see / meet you either way. Yeah. Okay. So let's hop into the news then, because we've actually got 2 things to talk about this week. Rather exciting. Let's do it. Yo, what up? It's the news. Okay. News piece number 1 of 2 is Triumph Together. This looks familiar in format. It sure does. When is this event happening? Friday, August 23rd at 3 p.m. to Friday, August 30th at 11:59 p.m. PDT. Global challenges. Triumph Together. Global challenges will take place throughout the Triumph Together event. Work with trainers around the world to complete them and unlock bonuses for all to enjoy. Once a challenge is completed, special bonuses and timed research will be unlocked for the remainder of the event, and the next global challenge will begin. Make sure to play during the event to complete the timed research and collect the rewards. So there's 3 separate challenges happening here, 1 for each of the teams in Pokemon Go, except for Team Harmony, which gets, off the hook, I guess.
Valor Global Challenge. The challenge is to defeat 75 million Team Go Rocket members. I'm sure I'm gonna throw in like 5. Bonus active during the challenge. Team Go Rocket will appear more frequently at Pokestops and in balloons. The Valor Global Challenge rewards are thus a special Team Valor themed timed research opportunity that leads to an encounter with Ponyta wearing a Candela themed accessory. I believe that these are all for each of the teams. They have a Pokemon with a themed accessory, and I do believe that it's the same one we had last time.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so this Ponyta is going to have like a necklace sash type thing going on. It's the most notable one out of the 3, if memory serves. Because I think the Elekid's got like an armband, right? And
it is, but I think the Lapras is also mildly notable.
Okay.
I think it's yeah.
Okay. Well, you won't miss it on Ponyta, that's for sure. So you'll get that timed research opportunity, 2 times experience for spinning stops, and the Instinct Global Challenge unlocks. Let's talk about that. After we've finished the Valor Challenge and unlocked the Instinct Global Challenge, we will have to hatch 20 million eggs. Perhaps I'm on the wrong team. Bonus active during challenge, half egg hatch distance when eggs are placed into incubators during the event. Additionally, the following Pokemon will hatch from 7-kilometer eggs: Grimer wearing a party hat, Slugma, Slakoth wearing a visor, Litleo, Komala, and Togedemaru, all of which can be shiny. And the rewards for us hatching 20 million eggs. The following bonuses will unlock a special Team Instinct themed timed research opportunity that leads to an encounter with Elekid wearing a Spark themed accessory. In addition, 2 times Stardust for hatching eggs, and then we also unlock the 3rd and final global challenge for Mystic, which is to complete 35 million field research tasks. And during that period, event-themed field research tasks will be available that will provide encounters with the following Pokemon: Cyndaquil, Beldum, Tirtuga, Arcan, Ducklet, Emolga, Tynamo, Gumi, Crabrawler, and Tandemaus. Oh boy, more chances to get Tandemaus outside of party play. We do love that. And if we finish that one, the reward we get for that is a special timed research for the Lapras wearing a Blanche themed accessory, and 2 guaranteed Candy XL for evolving Pokemon, which is actually kind of big.
Is it?
Well, okay, on paper, it sounds really nice. I'm interested to hear what you think about this, because I just catch a lot and play a lot, so I don't think about this too much about min-maxing this sort of stuff. Are there really any Pokemon that you could evolve consistently that you're looking to get XL candy for? I guess is a good question.
I can't think of any that it would make sense that you couldn't just have caught more of them. Is the big one for me.
Yeah.
Like, even if, like, let's just say Ghastly. You evolve Ghastly to Haunter, you get 2 XL. You evolve Haunter to Gengar for free because you traded it, you get 4 XL. Okay, you got 4 XL, you transfer 1 more, you got 5. That's cool. You went through a lot of hoops to do that, though.
True.
And you can't even do that with, like, the more Chase XLs. You can't do that with Lickitung. Doing that for Azumarill is more difficult. Even Bastiodon, that's harder to do because you if you have enough candy to do that, you probably already had enough XL from catching anyways. And then, Carbink can't evolve at all, and that's another huge one. Obviously, I'm looking at outdated lists now because this PvP ranking is going to change quite drastically soon. Spoilers.
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay. So here's one argument, though. There are some older Pokemon that spawn quite frequently, like Larvitar, wherein Tyranitar is still a very useful budget option up there as a rating alternative. And grinding out Candy XLs for those might be kind of difficult, especially if you're trying to max out more than one. So you could catch several Larvitar and have a lot of them.
I'm not disagreeing and saying it's a bad one. It's just it's not very good because, like, even in the example for Larvitar, we had the classic already for Larvitar, so like you had chance for XLs there. If you have 5,000 Larvitar candy or more, chances are you probably also have, 800 XL candy as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if you didn't, and you have like 200 Lavatar candy, this doesn't help you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what the best possible use case is here.
Basically, this is a better conversion than converting 100 to 1 with the manual conversion tool.
Okay.
As a bonus for an event it's just not very inspired. It's not negative.
Okay. All right. So what you're saying is that the 2 times Stardust for hatching eggs is better?
I think that is better because you have more control over it during the event.
Yeah.
This is the type of bonus that you would maybe, as bad as it may sound, you see for a whole season. Like you get this bonus for a whole season, so you can do it based on what Pokemon you catch throughout, and you can target your play better.
Well, thankfully, this is going to run for a week, so hopefully we can get a good snapshot.
Well, you're almost finished if you want to finish, because I'm going to point out a glaring flaw here in a second.
Oh, please. I'll finish through.
Yeah,
okay,
finish.
Great.
There's almost nothing left.
Okay, paid time to research for US $5 renews, or the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency. You can get these following rewards: 2 premium battle passes, 1 rocket radar, 1 super incubator, 1 lure module, and encounters with team leader themed costume Pokemon and more. So you get another chance at those. Which is nice.
That. Don't like that.
No? There's also showcases and the web store. If you buy the $5 ticket in the web store, you get an extra incubator when you purchase. All right. So go ahead, Mr. Kyle. All you.
Where are the wild spawns?
Oh, it's just whatever's happening.
Exactly. That's my point. where are the wild spawns? Like,
yeah,
I just get seasonal spawns for something that's supposed to be celebrating our teams. I don't know. That doesn't sit great for me. I know we talk about maybe too many event spawns and stuff happening, but for something so focused as this, it just screams missing.
True. Yeah, it's like a missed opportunity. It feels undercooked because of it.
Yeah. And guaranteed XL candy from evolving is worthless if I don't have something I'm catching from this event to evolve, because I now have to rely on whatever I had in my inventory, maybe, that I want to evolve.
Yeah.
So that makes that bonus feel really bad, at least for the egg bonus. Just go spin and get more eggs. And there are specific Pokemon that will hatch from 7K eggs because of it. So there is that tie-in.
I suppose if you're raiding a lot, then
yeah, but you can't evolve unless you're doing 1 and 3 star raids. What are you doing?
Oh, I suppose it's
1
true
and 3
too.
star raids.
In my head, for some reason, I thought it was transfer again, but that would be good. Yeah. And this is not.
Yeah, that bonus in particular feels bad for the rest of the event. And one other thing I don't like is it's sequential, which means that you're going to get the Mystic reward for the least amount of time for the whole event.
Yeah, that's true.
Historically speaking, you'll probably get the Mystic reward for a day and a half ish. We'll probably finish the Valor event within the first day, maybe start of the second day. And then it's going for, 7 days. So, extrapolate that out.
Just why did it have to be Team Go Rocket members? Why couldn't it have just been catch 75 billion Pokemon instead or something? I'm a little because
Valor's all about the fighting. That's supposed to be
but we just had a whole Team Go Rocket thing. I get it.
But again, and now hear this. You did a bunch of Team Go Rockets. Your reward is you get to do more. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Well, no. That's not your reward. This is just active. That they'll appear more frequently during the period of time that this challenge is active. And then I think
fair enough. Yeah.
This verbiage. Okay, this is a good question for you. I have then.
Yeah.
Does this verbiage imply that it will be active during the challenge, and then once we actually achieve that challenge and complete it, does that bonus then go away?
Yes.
That's what I read too, because it says bonus active during challenge.
That's what it reads like. I'm hoping that's not the case, because that'd be really bad.
I agree.
But again, I don't know. The last time we did this, I don't remember if it was last year, if it was the year before. I think it was the year before. I think it was 2022. These were all their own individual events. They each ran for a week. You got each bonus for a week. They were very focused. Because this is all together for 7 days, this reads to me, and I'd love to hear what other people think about it. Hopefully we'll talk about it on the Discord and stuff some more. This reads to me 7 days of not a whole lot so you can get an encounter with each of these Pokemon. Yeah. And by each of these Pokemon, I'm talking about the Ponyta, the Elekid, and the Lapras.
I mean, people do love global challenges. I personally love global challenges.
Yes, absolutely. But you do it because you're working towards something. You're not working towards anything here. What you work towards is unlocking the next one. Since you so pointed out for me. What do you get when you finish 75 million rockets?
You get, let me tell you.
You get 2 times experience for spinning stops, and you get your Ponyta,
and
which I mentioned.
And the opportunity to work out the next challenge
exactly, that's
as
what
well.
I understand, but yes.
Yeah.
That's my point. So like, what are you really unlocking here?
And then this gets even more complicated if we're trying to like kind of not even just split hairs, but trying to read for comprehension for the instinct thing, right? The challenge is hatch 20 million eggs, and the bonus active during the challenge is have egg hatch distance, right? And so if we go based on our reading, which we both kind of agree that it would imply that it goes away after the challenge is complete, included in that is additionally the following Pokemon will hatch from 7-kilometer eggs. Does that mean that 7-kilometer egg pool also does not stick around? I mean, which would that be so bad? It's not a great pool anyway. But yeah, man, communication again.
This event needed wild spawns.
Yeah, it did.
It needed themed wild spawns to make it make sense, because it doesn't make sense. What am I doing during this event when I want to play Go if I don't want to hatch eggs or do rockets? I'll do field research tasks, whatever, because that's just how I'm playing. But the other two require actively going out of your way to do, technically.
I mean, this event feels like it's designed to get you to do stuff like that.
But I'm not being rewarded for it. Why would I want to? If I don't have fun for it, why would I want to go do a rocket?
Sometimes just the camaraderie of it, maybe they're putting a lot of value on that. I mean, like I understand that, but it doesn't, it's not motivating for everybody. You know, it's not a universal appealing thing.
Yeah, now I'm saying, what could I do? This is too much for a 7-day event.
Yeah.
At the same time, you're stacking too much on top of each other that it almost feels like, why am I doing it for?
Yeah, it does seem like it's overcomplicated to its detriment. Yeah.
It worked better when it was separate.
It did, but also like that also felt too long. But I think there were themed wild spawns for each of those weeks, if I remember correctly.
There were, but also even if there weren't, and maybe they were nestled inside another event, that makes it better too.
Yeah.
But I tried to Google it quickly to see if I could find the answer, but I couldn't remember the name of the events, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't either. But yeah, I guess we'll have to kind of see how it shakes out. I don't know.
One more comment then. Paid research. Again. $5 again. And like, at least this time you're getting more premium items, although a lot of people don't value the lure module or the radar at anything. So $5 for 2 premium passes and 1 super, 1 regular incubator if you do it from the web store.
Yeah.
But here's the big thing. These 3 Pokemon are probably, someone could correct me, I don't think I'm wrong though, the rarest shinies in the game.
Yeah.
There can't be a question on this one. Everyone in the game only got 1 opportunity for each one. Putting more opportunities behind a paid ticket feels bad for something that was already extremely limited. If it was more opportunities for a Pokemon that you know is going to come back or is going to rotate or is themed for the event that is spawning or is in research tasks, cool, no problem. That's awesome. Whatever. I can play more and I can get more. If you don't buy this ticket, you get 1 shot at each of these, and that's it. I don't like that. That feels really, really bad.
All right, so
as somebody who's not buying it.
The only counter argument that I have to that is this might show a little bit of restraint because they could have split this up into 3 events and each one of them could have been ticketed.
They could have, but they also, if they did that, they'd do a $1.99 ticket, and then each ticket gives 1 Pokemon basically, and then it's $6 instead of $5, and then it's all the same thing, obviously.
Yeah,
I'm giving them benefit of the doubt and say they wouldn't do $5 each because there wouldn't be enough value behind it. But we all know that's not how that works.
Yeah, but this does kind of smack of buying the Pokemon. I mean, it's nice that it's just a second check, but yeah, for all of the argumentation that they had around a game economy being the reason for a lot of the changes, some of the more controversial changes they've made to the game and gameplay, this doesn't seem like it aligns with that 100%, or it does, but that would be sinister, and we're not about that here.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it feels bad. I love the opportunity to get one more of each of these Pokemon. Just the event surrounding it is kind of very strange.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit off.
Well, maybe they just forgot to put the wild encounters in the blog post. Maybe that happened.
There's no shot. There's no shot. I even looked to see if maybe this was like nestled in another event that we weren't remembering.
Yeah, or like I missed it or something.
Yeah, it's not. This is all that's happening.
Yeah, no, there is
weekend.
None. Gosh darn it, huh? Well, anyway, I guess that's it for that event then. We'll just have to see how it goes, how it plays. We'll have an opportunity to play this over the weekend and then talk about it on Tuesday before it's even done. So that is nice. So great. Well, I guess we'll check back in on this next time. But we've got one more event to talk about. We got a Community Day announcement pretty recently here for September's Community Day. And it says, trainers were excited to announce that Ponyta, the Fire Horse Pokemon, and Galarian Ponyta, the unique Horn Pokemon, will be featured during September Community Day. This will be on Saturday, September 14th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. The featured attack when you evolve your Ponyta or your Galarian Ponyta into their Rapidash forms will be Wild Charge, which is an electric charge type move, which is actually pretty strong. Although I think there's a chance for it to give you a debuff as well, but that's only in like GBL and Rockets and stuff. Trainer battles, it has 90 power. Gyms and raids, it has 100 power. There's going to be a Community Day special research for US $1. The event bonuses are 2 times candy for catching, 3 times Stardust for catching, and then the usual suite of bonuses, 2 times Excel for trainer level 31 and up, lure modules and incense lasting for 3 hours, take your snapshots, 1 additional special trade, and trades will require 50% less Stardust. Nothing crazy there. The big bonus is the 3 times Stardust for catching. There will be bonus raid battles after the fact. Both Rapidash forms will be available in those 4-star raids. For whatever difference, I guess, that makes those of you that do take advantage of that. I don't think it makes much of a difference. Field research, you can catch Ponyta of either form to earn rewards such as Stardust, Great Balls, and in more encounters with Ponyta. There will be showcases, there will be bundles and the web store stuff, and there will be adorable Ponyta stickers. They are very cute. We love them. That's kind of all there is to say about this. Not that it isn't exciting. I'm kind of eager to hear what Kyle has to say because I, for one, am actually kind of excited. I mean, I have a ton of regular Ponyta shinies and I have a couple Galarian Ponytas, but I mean, I'm down for more. It's a great Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a shiny Galarian Ponyta because I didn't hatch a billion eggs, but I have a hundo, so there's that.
Whoa, ooh, Mr. Man.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Regular Ponyta is not very exciting because it's been boosted in so many events for so long.
Yeah.
But doubling up makes it all right. I don't think either are very exciting in PvP, although they have some use. I can't imagine Wild Charge is going to change that, at least for Great League.
No, I mean, Rapidash, Game Press has it as a 2.5 out of 5 for Great League, which I imagine puts it in like the 200, 300 range, maybe.
Yeah.
And it takes, and we'll talk about this in a minute here, spoilers. but it takes Incinerate, Drill Run, and Flame Charge. And I don't know where Wild Charge fits into that. You're right. Because you don't want to get rid of the Flame Charge because that's the ramping move. And Drill Run is the gotcha move, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I am for it. I don't think it's a bad community day, but it is not super exciting.
Yeah, if you miss it, it's not the end of the world, but it is a very cool one, like worth playing.
That's a significant difference. Okay.
Wild Charge?
With Wild Charge, instead of Drill Run, just on a quick one shield simulation against all of Ultra League, it goes from a 40% win rate to a 60% win rate.
Oh, wow.
Against the meta of Ultra League. So like that's a maybe. I don't know.
Is this the new meta for Ultra League, or is this the old meta for?
I don't know how Ultra League is changing, but yeah, obviously it's all subject to change over the next couple of weeks. We got some big deals going on, but I will probably not go super hard on this, but I'll be out there and playing because I don't have any shiny Galarian Ponyta.
That's right. It is actually something new for you, and this is on a Saturday. We love that. So mark your calendars, trainers. Saturday, September 14th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Get out there and catch some horses. Wrangle some horses. But that's it for the news, which means that we're going to take a quick little break here. When we come back, it'll be PokéLore time.
And we're back with PokéLore. We're doing surprise Ponyta and Rapidash, the Fire Horse Pokemon. First up is Ponyta. Ponyta is an equine, I think.
Equine.
I think
it's equine, I think.
Equine.
Yeah. You know what?
It's equestrian, so it's I'm not even going to try. I've now made it harder on myself.
Just say them all each time it comes up.
It's a horse Pokemon with cream-colored fur that resembles a fowl/filly. It has brown eyes and triangular ears with reddish interiors. Yellow and reddish-orange flames make up its mane and tail. The mane forms a short crest on top of its head and a short strip down its back to its tail. Additional flames are present behind its elbows and knees. The fire appears about an hour after hatching. It has 4 long legs, each ending in a single gray hoof. These hooves are said to be 10 times harder than diamonds and act as shock absorbers. I feel like those are very counterintuitive statistics there.
Yeah.
I think something that was harder than diamonds would not act as very good shock absorbers, and your feet would probably hurt after that.
Then they just go straight to your leg bones.
Yeah. Maybe they have really good tendons. I don't know.
Every time they step, it's like an X-ray moment from Mortal Kombat, just shattering.
Ponyta are relatively lightweight for their size, as they have extraordinary jumping abilities and are capable of leaping tall buildings in a single bound.
Oh my gosh.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
However, a newborn Ponyta is a weak runner and is actually barely able to stand. It gradually strengthens its legs and becomes faster by chasing after its parents and jumping over grass that grows taller by the day. In the Pokemon the Series episode, the Flame Pokemon-a-thon, it is shown that Ponyta can control its flames so that its rider is not burned by them, and Ponyta only does this for those that it has accepted. Ponyta herds tend to live in grasslands, plains, mountains, or anywhere that they can run freely.
I do like how this sort of implies that Rapidash are bad parents because the Ponyta has to run after them in order to get faster and stronger.
Hey, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing it for their own good. It's okay.
This is for your own good, kiddo.
For Rapidash is a horse Pokemon. Horse-like Pokemon with cream-colored fur and a pointed horn on its forehead. It has small red eyes and triangular ears with reddish interiors. Yellow and reddish-orange flames stream from its back of its head to form a long flowing mane. A short version of the mane trails down its back to its equally fiery tail. Flames are also present on its fetlocks. It has slender legs, each with a single black hoof. Rapidash is a very agile Pokemon. It runs at about 150 miles per hour.
That's
240 kilometers for those across the pond. And everywhere else in the world, I guess, necessarily.
Across every pond.
Every pond and every border, too, up in Canada. chasing everything that moves in hopes of racing it. With incredible acceleration, it reaches its top speed in only 10 steps. It's like 10 sonic booms in the sand each step.
Awesome.
At full gallop, its hooves barely touch the ground. I don't think they know how running works. The faster the Rapidash goes, the longer the swaying flames on its mane will become. At an all-out gallop, its blazing mane sparkles, a feature that is said to enhance its beautiful appearance. Rapidash is capable of traveling an entire region like Hisui within a day and a half. Rapidash lives in grasslands, but it can also be seen on mountaintops in Pokemon Snap. Oh, Rapidash. It's a fun deck entry.
It's fun. It's a Cantonian Pokemon, it's a little out of pocket.
It's Pete Kanto description there for sure.
Yeah.
For stats, it has a max CP at level 40 of 2461 and at level 50 of 2782. Right in that pocket for potential Ultra League use, but not very good.
Yeah.
163 stamina, 162 defense, and 207 attack. It's pretty middle of the road. Not good, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
And best moveset, as Chris mentioned, is Incinerate with Drill Run and Flame Charge, but it looks like maybe Wild Charge might be the thing to replace Drill Run with. We'll have to see.
Yeah, that double charge moveset on the back end.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah. Rapidash is fun. I like Ponyta more than Rapidash. What about you?
I like Ponyta more than Rapidash as well. Ponyta is cute, and Rapidash is just like so serious. I feel like it loses a bit of it. Plus, like its eyes are really small, and so it just looks like, I don't know. You know, like when you know how there's like a difference between like the cartoon horses and like those like 3D animated horses that are like in those Barbie movies from like 10 years ago, and how they look a little unnerving. That's kind of how I feel about Rapidash.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Rapidash, it's so strange. Rapidash is like an actual horse, or rather, it's a unicorn, but whatever.
Kind of.
It's got a horn. So, whereas Ponyta actually looks like if a horse was a Pokemon, even though they're both Kanto, so they're both like OG. It very much looks like they just copy and pasted flames on top of a regular drawing of a horse.
Yeah, but I feel like that's okay.
Well, it's fine. It's just why Ponyta is better, because Ponyta has slightly more cartoonish or exaggerated features in the face.
Yes.
And flame shape and stuff like that.
Yes. I would agree. Yeah. I think in an attempt to make Rapidash look like a more mature version of Ponyta, it just kind of comes a little bit like, oh, well, you know. But not that I dislike Rapidash. Rapidash is great. It's just I definitely like Ponyta better.
Yeah.
What about the Galarian forms? I know we're not talking about them in particular here. What are your thoughts on the Galarian forms of both?
I don't particularly like Galarian Rapidash like much at all.
Really?
I think they went way too hard on the flowing mane look. But Galarian Ponyta is top tier, like almost baby Pokemon design look to it.
Yeah, it is very cute. I will go counter to you. I think that Galarian Rapidash is awesome and very extra, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the glittery unicorn queen.
I love that the horn just gets absolutely massive.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan of that.
Got to lean into it, you know?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Kyle. That's it for PokéLore, which means that it's PokéPoll time already. My goodness.
So for last week's PokéPoll we had, if you could have a Pokemon as your bodyguard, which would you choose and why? First response from Del Hazard, and they said Gallade / Mega Gallade. My favorite Pokemon after Psyduck, and it's just so fitting as a bodyguard. It's Pokedex entry. True to Gallade's honorable warrior image, it's just as protective of its trainer as its counterpart Gardevoir, using the blades on its elbows to defend. The shoulder blades are said to be sharper than even the best swords. Gallade is known to be sharply aware of a person's wishes for help and seeks out those who need its assistance in battle, fighting savagely with fast and fierce attacks. Additionally, as mentioned in the sleep style decks, Gallade has been observed sleeping in a formal position with one knee up. It is believed that Gallade does this because even in its sleep, it is prepared to fight and protect both humans and Pokemon at any moment. It's quite an honorable Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next one's from Modders, and he said, "Hello, gents. Hawlucha, one of my all-time favorite Pokemon from the anime that I only watched because my son was watching it. We're sure. We know. Would be my bodyguard of choice. The way Hawlucha looked after Ash's Noibat and helped teach him how to fly always brought a tear to my eye. That, and it's a Pokemon that looks like a luchador. Just epic. Loving your work as ever. Cheers, chaps." Okay. I think your Hawlucha is going to have some heavy lifting to do.
Yeah, but it can do it.
I mean, maybe it can. I haven't read its dex entry. Maybe it like bench presses 2,000 pounds. We don't know.
It's not from Kanto, so 1,000 pounds at least.
Okay.
They hedge their bets a little bit better.
Next one's from Lemurio, and they said, "I have to get Solgaleo as a bodyguard. Noble, powerful, cute, maybe not fireproof."
Unfortunately not. It looks like it should be, but it's not.
It should be, but it's not.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite misconception there.
Oh,
Just
geez.
like Grapploct is not water type. Solgaleo is not fire type.
Just like Golduck isn't psychic type.
Oh, it's so messed up.
I know that one. I have feelings every time I remember that. Just oh no.
Next one's from PKMN Snaps, aka Bobby from It's Super Effective. They said, "I feel like Incineroar would be an awesome bodyguard." Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Just suplex whoever tries to get near you. I love it.
I feel like any argument that you're going to make for Hawlucha would also apply here, just because of the wrestling commonality, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Although Incineroar is like, I don't know, 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but wrestlers come in different shapes and sizes. It's about the size of your heart. Okay. I think Incineroar's probably just got physically a larger heart too.
Our last shot's from Lysander03, aka Greg from It's Super Effective. They said, "Give me that big old dog. Those jaws ain't letting go."
And it was a gif of Gramble chasing
Gramble.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to include it because no thanks on Gramble.
I love this because just the context here, it could be 5 different Pokemon just off the top of my head without a gif associated with it.
Yeah. So but also the phrase "give me that big old dog." I love that. That's awesome. That's really funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Gramble would be a very intimidating one, though.
Yeah.
I love the image though of Gramble because its fangs are the same color as its body. So I never understand is that a tooth? Is it part of its body? I'm very confused right now. I need an anatomically correct Granbull 3D render. Yeah,
the two answers are both equally terrifying. One, its teeth has skin on it, or 2, it's all tooth, baby.
Yeah.
It's all tooth. But it has its top teeth they look like regular teeth. They're white.
They have it has regular teeth in its mouth. So I don't know.
It must just be like bones or something that are covered in skin or something like that. Like most bones are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have this week's PokéPoll, which is, you've been drafted to lead your king/queen's army. Which Pokemon are you riding into battle and why?
Yeah.
I've got an answer already. Do you have an answer?
Do you? I don't, but I do want to say, hey, for those of you at home, before you answer, let's be more creative than like Arceus or something else like that. Because I mean, yeah, who's not gonna want to ride God into battle, right? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
But I'm eager to hear your answer, mostly because I don't have mine yet.
My answer is Spectrier.
Ooh.
It is the ghost horse Pokemon. It's got hooves that are made of wispy smoke that are not attached to its feet. And it's it's so cool.
Yeah, it is a very cool Pokemon.
Yeah, and the fact that you have to use that Pokemon with Calyrex on its back is so disappointing from a design perspective, because that Pokemon is awesome. And so is Glastrier, honestly. But
I feel like I have to say Glastrier, but I'm not going to.
And I know picking a horse type Pokemon is kind of a cop out, but like it's such a cool Pokemon. I'll never have the choice. It's a little bit of a cop out because it's like what you would expect to ride into battle.
Yeah, but I mean, like people, especially Pokemon fans, are creative. I mean, like even in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games, like you could ride your Snorlax by just holding onto its stomach while it runs around, right? Like,
yeah,
there's lots of stuff you could do. I'm gonna say Nidoking.
He's like 4 feet tall.
Yeah. Me and my short king, baby. I'll have
like
two.
2 feet taller than Nidoking is.
I'll have two, one for each foot, like giant roller skates that are just dinosaurs instead. But no, dude, I'm gonna ride a Nidoking in a battle, and it's for that move availability, dude. Like our coverage is off the chain.
Okay, it is 4 feet 7 inches tall.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank you for that improvement. Thank you very much. I guess 4'7" is fine. You know, like
it comes up to like your armpit.
I think that's still taller than Simone Biles.
Probably. I mean, Simone Biles is probably like 4'2" or something. I don't actually know.
She's tiny. She's very tiny. I feel like I have to fact check that. 4'8". Simone Biles is 4'8". I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was wrong.
Than Nidoking.
I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's funny.
Okay. Man, 4'8" is still very short. So.
Well, anyway, if you, dear listener, have an answer to this week's PokéPoll question, which is, you've been drafted to lead your king/queen's army. Which Pokemon are you riding into battle and why? You can answer it when we post it on pretty much anywhere. If you're following us on X, we're at GOCast Podcast. If you're following us on Threads, which Bobby and Greg's responses came from this week, you can go ahead and follow us there for at GOCast Podcast. If you'd like to send us an email, you can by sending it to mail@gocastpodcast.com or leave us a voicemail with your answer at 262-586-7717. If you're a patron of ours and you're in our patron exclusive Discord as a result, we have a patron Discord channel to set up exclusively just for this purpose. So go ahead and leave a response on the PokéPoll or in the PokéPoll channel rather. And then lastly, if you're watching, actually, I got two more. You thought I was out, but I got two more. If you're watching on YouTube, the video version of this episode, first of all, hello, thank you for subscribing. We love you. You can comment on the video with your answer there, and we'll check there. And then lastly, if you're listening on Spotify, please leave a comment on this episode with your response, and we will also take from there. Thank you so much. Now, normally this is the period of time where I would say, hey, Kyle, I'm lost in the cavern of my own doing, my own emotions here. Where are we in the show? And he would say,
emails.
But unfortunately, there's no emails this week. Oh, sorry. There's no emails. No emails this week.
Sorry.
Or voicemails. So we'll look forward to having some next week to talk about. And it's getting pretty close to the end of the season. So we're going to have an all hands show pretty soon here. So it's coming up. All right. That means that if you would like to send us an email or a voicemail and be included in future episodes, again, send those emails to mail@gocastpodcast.com, and the voicemail line is 262-586-7717. If you are lost on the spelling there, you can visit our website, gocastpodcast.com, to review those on our contact page, and also go ahead and RSVP for the meetup at the on the meetup page there if you are coming. We'd love to hear if you are or aren't. And then follow us on X at GOCast Podcast. Follow us on Threads, GOCast Podcast as well. If you'd like to help support the show for as little as $1 a month, you can via Patreon. That's spelled patreon.com/GoCast Podcast to find us, or just Google it. You'll find us. We got this name on lock. Trust me. Speaking of patrons, big shout out to our Elite Trainer tier patrons. Kyle, it's your turn.
Okay. Shout out to Elite Trainer tier patrons: Bo, Daniel, Lori, Michael, Ozzy, Arkham, Marvin and Mimi, Sports, Thayer, Jason, Justin, Charles, Modders, Lee, William, Brandon, Ethan, Steven, Nick, our favorite listener, Drew 2, Cabo, The Ugly Rock, Victoria, Jacob, and Sarah Lore.
That is technically all of them. You did it.
I switched the position of two of them for no reason. So there you go. I did that just to mess with Lachlan because Lachlan says he has it memorized.
Oh, sick. All right. Well, All right. I believe that. There is like a certain rhythm to it. Like you can always tell when it's not the same. 100%. I'm liking that we're like changing back and forth, swapping who does it each week now, because it's nice to hear it every once in a while instead of just saying it all the time.
Those first six, I don't know why my brain can't say them anymore. I'm so sorry. Every time.
I think it's literally just the type of shapes that your mouth has to make in order to say Bo, Daniel, Lori, Michael. There's a lot of different approaches to L sounds going on there, you know? Yeah. Anyway, if you'd like to help support our show, just like these fine folks did, we already talked about that. But big thank you to our Elite Trainer tier patrons. Thank you so much for helping us keep the digital lights on, amongst other things. And if you'd like to help support the show monetarily, non-monetarily, there's a word for that. You can still help us out in a big way by leaving us a review wherever you are able to leave reviews. It helps us out a lot with discoverability and all that good stuff. But last and not least, Mr. Kyle, let's set some goals for this upcoming weekend, which is the start of the Triumph Together event and seemingly nothing else, at least not in our purview.
Yep.
Yeah. So are you ready? What are you looking to do?
I'm ready. I'm going to do 300,000 experience. And I'm not really interested in this event. I'm not buying the ticket. And there's nothing free to do in this event outside of the challenges.
Yep.
Which is like, why isn't there a regular timed research?
Well, you will get timed research as we finish the challenges in order to get the encounters.
Okay, I guess you have to do like whatever one step it's going to be to get your Pokemon. So I guess I'll do that.
Like that.
I'll add that to my list.
Yeah, as many of those challenges as are available or whatever.
Yeah. Continue my buddy progress because I failed terribly. I need to get back to buddy or friendship gifting because I haven't been opening a lot of gifts lately, and I am sorry. So I will do better.
Kyle,
and I'm going to yes.
You are in luck because the Mystic Global Challenge. Oh, sorry. No, the Instinct Global Challenge has a 7-kilometer egg pool during this upcoming event. So if we get there, you can also hatch those 7K eggs that you're getting.
I have
from those gifts.
like no incubators right now. I am not buying incubators. Go does not get any more money from me. It got probably more money than it should have during GoFest.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we don't need to talk about how much, but it wasn't that much, but it was too much. So that was my Go budget basically for the year.
Yeah.
Until they do something special. If they do something crazy, consider it. But
okay.
Maybe they release Aegislash this year.
That would be awesome.
I don't know what I'd do because it's going to depend on how it's released. But yeah. So that's my goals for this week.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. If it's in 12-kilometer eggs or 10-kilometer eggs, you're going to become an egg hatcher for like 2 weeks and then quit the game.
It depends how many I get. If I hatch eggs for 2 weeks and I don't get one, then my phone's going in the garbage.
Oh, I'm implying that you've hatched so many, you've gotten the ones you wanted and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, that's okay. I like that positivity better.
Yeah. Okay, great. For myself, I want to buy the paid timed research and finish it as much as I possibly can, unless there's a time get in there for some reason. 5 sets of GBL matches, which is 25 matches total. I was inspired by watching Worlds, so we'll do that. Hatch 50 eggs. I'm like halfway there already, I'll be honest with you. And then 2 shinies, anything. It could be anything. I did get one today, but it's not going to count. It'll be after today. But that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for listening all the way through, folks. And we'll see you next week for episode 297 on our way to 300. Don't forget to listen to PvP Corner. Don't forget to listen to Star Piece, and don't forget to listen to the bonus episodes that DeFi painstakingly recorded while she was in Worlds. They're really, really great. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.